I'm Zach Robinson. I teach mathematics at East Carolina University in a department in which about 60% of the faculty are contract faculty. That means they have jobs that go from year to year or sometimes from semester to semester. 60% at this moment of our faculty in the mathematics department is without a contract. And that means that the thousands of students that we teach every year are facing a very, very uncertain situation. And this is due to state budget cuts. If we are not able to train our young people with adequate or even excellent mathematics instruction, it's very hard to see how the economy in Eastern North Carolina is going to be developed. We are already suffering here in Pitt County from, I believe, a 22.5% poverty rate. A further layoff of possibly hundreds of teachers and other state employees, could plunge us even deeper into poverty and make our recovery that much more difficult. I agree that, it may be painful, but raising revenues by having an equitable change in our tax structure to make it more equitable, really, there's no other way to do it. There's no way to deal with the chaos that will result. And I think there's one other lesson to be learned from the time of the Great Depression in the 1930s, which is a time when the federal government wisely passed the National Labor Relations Act that allowed people to unionize and negotiate with their employers about their working conditions. North Carolina should also pass a law to repeal the ban on collective bargaining for public employees. I think that would allow us to contribute in a much greater measure to resolving some of the budgetary problems and other problems that our state now faces. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And now we will call, I'll say I've got my stuff all out of order here. Whoever's, yes? Turn it up? Okay, I guess, maybe. Do y'all know how to do that? Maybe I could just talk a little bit more close. There you go, a little closer in. That'd be good. Okay, if you'd like to come up next, introduce yourself, please.
Hopefully y'all can hear me. I don't know if you can or not. My name is Valerie Schode. I'm a mother of, no, you can't hear me? Is that better? Yes. That's too loud. I am a mother of 2 children with autism. I am affiliated with Eastern Carolina Case Management as well as the Easter Seals. This thing's making an awful noise, I think. Bring it back down. There it goes. Okay. But it does not like me at all. But I don't know what I did. If I touch it, it stops.
Maybe that's good.
Maybe if
Maybe
I just hold it. Yeah. Okay. There we go. I think you just turned it off.
Yeah.
There
Hold
it
it.
goes.
That's a good idea.
But we were just recently informed that our services were in danger of being cut and possibly removed for our children. And I'm just here to let our state legislatures, anybody who's willing to listen, that it's not a very good decision on their part. There's a lot of children out there who don't have people to advocate for them. There's a lot of adults out there who are disabled who don't have anybody to help them. If they cut these programs, they'll have nowhere to go, they'll have no one to help. And myself personally, as a parent, I don't know what I would do without my workers and without my case managers, the people who help me each and every day through different situations. And I don't really know how to say it other than, if they cut these services, they're not only going to hurt our children, but they're going to, they're going to balance their budget temporarily until the unemployment rate goes through the roof, because they're shutting down all of these companies and all of the employees of the over 70 companies just in Pitt County are put out of business, then the unemployment rate is going to go through the roof because none of these people are going to have jobs anymore. So they really should think about what they're doing before they cause so much damage to our children and to everyone who's involved with them. And that's pretty much all I have to say. And hopefully this thing will work better for the next person.
Yeah, something.
You've been around a lot of mics lately.
Yeah. There you go. We'll give it a try. All right, thank you very much for sharing that with us. Joe Alsherong, please help me. I've known her for 20-something years, and I still can't pronounce her name. Alsherong.
Oh, yes. I'm glad he moved it down as I'm very vertically challenged. But my name is Joe Alsheroni, and I know a lot of you in this room through different positions that I've held, as well as some very significant therapists that my son has had. I have a 12-year-old son with Angelman syndrome that does receive a lot of these services that they are wanting to cut. Without his speech therapy, I don't know, how he would have learned to eat and swallow even, back to the very basics. I was thinking about earlier when the young lady was talking and, taking his first steps. His therapist that he did that for is actually here in this room, and that means a lot to me. And these are things that even though I have a college education, I just could not help him do on my own. He could not do all of this without his therapies and all the wonderful services that he's received here in Pitt County. As well as I would like to say that I've had the opportunity to work with the early intervention program in the past here, and I know there's many young children and babies that have benefited from these services and need these services desperately to improve their quality of life and their families, as well as I'm currently with the Greenland Head Start program over in Greenland, Lenore County, and our children there benefit greatly from speech therapy and occupational therapy that's provided at our centers. And these are children that are in poverty that would not receive these services otherwise, and I just feel like it's vital to them. But, I think sometimes our lawmakers don't stop and think, there's so many things that we take for granted. I can remember the day that my son learned how to get in my van by himself without me having to lift him up. Things like that, able to feed himself alone. Those types of things, and these are just things that we take for granted, and I think sometimes we need to step back and think about that and really appreciate what we do have. And I just hope that the lawmakers will do the right thing and step up to the plate. And I don't think any of us minds an extra cent tax here or there if it means helping cover these services. Thank you.
Thank you, Joe. We appreciate that.